24 hours, and I've let on to you guys. Losing that man hurt me more than you know. But you know what? Just like I told you, I know he loves you guys. Just like he loves his coaching staff and his organization. And that man, that was a hell of a job by you, Michael Huff. Yes, but I tell you this, Al Davis had his hands on that ball, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Al Davis had his hand on that ball. Listen, team, listen to me. Please, listen to me. You got to trust me. You got to just keep playing. And that's what we did. We just kept playing. It didn't go right. There's so many things to fix. It didn't go right. But you know what your man did? You kept fighting because you know what? That's what that man will want you to do. That's what Raiders
do. An emotional Hugh Jackson after his team beat the Houston Texans on a week where the Oakland Raiders legendary owner Al Davis passed away. Tributes galore across the nation, in the football world, and rightfully so, for one of the founding fathers of the NFL, the former commissioner of the AFL. Al Davis was and still remains a huge part of what the NFL is today, but will always be the vein that runs through the Oakland Raiders, and they took it out on the football field in the right way against Houston. We bring in Brian Norton from Silver and Black Pride, website and a blog dedicated to the Oakland Raiders. Brian, how are you?
Great, Butch. How are you?
I'm doing very well, and I imagine Raider fans are doing very well this week, not because of the passing of Al Davis, but because of the fact that the Raiders did what Al Davis would want, win a football game after all this happened last week.
Yeah, we're very excited. Just win, baby. That's what it's all about. That was an inspired win. And it was good to see that a few of the guys that Al Davis pretty much handpicked, against the judgment of others and, under scrutiny of a lot of guys, including Darius Hayward-Bay. And, you saw Mike Mitchell on the tape. A lot of those guys that, Al Davis was criticized pretty heavily for. It looks like these guys will pan out for us.
Give us your perspective on Al Davis, because one of the things I was encouraged about last week, there's a whole generation of young football fans that think of Al Davis as, and no disrespect intended, but the old man who'd lost his fastball and was senile and stepped up at press conferences and didn't know what he was talking about. But for the people that are old enough and remember what Al Davis was all about, again, it is not a stretch to say he was one of the founding fathers of this league. This was the guy that helped build the NFL into the multi-billion-dollar business that it is today. What sticks out with you that came out last week that people should remember about Al Davis?
I mean, with those fans, it's, we feel like we lost a guy that we know personally. It's really bizarre. It's, for somebody that most of us have not ever met, we really felt we knew him on a personal level. It's this guy that we kind of just were innately aware is always there, is always kind of thinking along the lines with us. I can't remember who said it. Somebody said it. There was a Mount Rushmore of football. He would be one of the faces on there, and I think that's definitely true. We have had our differences with him over the last couple of years. We question some of the moves, but normally those moves pan out to be really good ones after a couple of years, after time goes by.
They welcomed the team home from the win in Houston. You write about that on Silver and Black Pride. Tell us about that.
That was an amazing video. I traveled pretty far to go to the home game, so I couldn't make it for that. But there's not anything that could have kept me away if I were in the town of Oakland. I've heard that they've had similar welcomes like that in the past, but, as Hugh Jackson mentioned in response to that one, that just felt really special. He felt it was a celebration of not only a win, but, a celebration of Al Davis' life. And, this is a really sad moment for Raider fans. But if ever there was an individual, event to catalyze both the team and the nation, this is definitely one.